Hi, Anne and Julie. Sean here. So just thanks so much for doing this. I'm just going to ask you a few questions about your experiences and everything, if that's okay.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I guess the first thing is, can you just tell me a little bit about yourselves and your background? And just, yeah.
Well, I come from a background of nursing, and Julie and I are good friends, and she needed some assistance in sorting through getting George into an aged care facility and then how to deal with that. And so I decided it was best to go and find somebody like yourself, Sean, to do this with us, because we weren't confident that we could do it ourselves. And so I stumbled upon you guys, and can't say that it was a bad move. It's been fabulous. So we've been very, very grateful for all your help.
Thank you. Well, thank you so much, Anne. And can you tell me a little bit about the situation, about what caused you to seek advice in the first place?
Yeah. Do you want to say something, Julie? Or?
Oh, yeah. I didn't see this coming with George having to go into a nursing home, and I didn't know which way to turn. I spoke to Anne. She's helped me enormously. I couldn't have done it without her. And when she found you, and I realised all that we had to do, all the paperwork and Centrelink and with Tullamore, you made it so much easier. You took so much off me, and so it would have taken so much off Anne as well, because I wasn't pressuring her as much, even though I have. But I couldn't have done it without you, Sean. I could never ever have tackled Centrelink. I'd have gone crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm very grateful to you for what you've done.
Oh,
I'm so glad that Anne found you.
Oh, thanks. Well, thank you. Can I ask, what was your biggest struggle with it, like just from the beginning with George's care?
Just knowing he was in care and having to deal with it.
Yeah.
The biggest struggle was
Centrelink.
Financial. We've never known, have we, Julie, how much is going to have to be paid, and
no,
it seemed like a minefield. And we weren't aware that you could pay a part bond, and that certainly opened my eyes, I must say, because I thought it was bond or no bond, and I've always thought like that. And that's a really, really great thing to have discovered. And so the biggest struggle was to work out how was the best way to pay George's fees in a have a reasonable amount of money that we pay. Julie's very happy to pay for his care. However, she also needs to eat and drink herself. So he's working that out.
Yeah. No, and especially the low mean, in terms of having a protected person in the home, it's just it's a bit of a minefield, that whole situation. So, all right. And can I ask, so what did you see the main benefit of working with us?
You took the worry away. You took the stress away of dealing with Centrelink and with Tullamore, the whole financial side of it. I mean, I've always done the banking, I've always paid the bills, but I've never experienced anything like this.
Yeah.
And I just could not have done it on my own. And Anne has been just wonderful. And finding you has made it so much more so.
For me, it was being able to support Julie in making sure that we made the right decisions. And I was telling her the right things to do and supporting her with those things. So that's where it's been most beneficial.
Yeah, thank you. And just going to ask, and who would you recommend my services to?
Anybody that I knew that was in this position. And as you know, Robin is my partner as a GP, and I've certainly referred given her your name, and she has loads and loads of people in this situation, so she'll certainly refer on, because they come to her and say, how do we get through this? What am I supposed to do? And she doesn't know, of course. So from there, we'd be referring that sort of person. If I came across anybody else in my friendship group that was thinking about going into aged care, the first thing I would say is you need to go. And this is Sean, you need to go to him, because he'll sort out the minefield, because I can assure you, you'll find yourself in one.
No, well, thank you. Thank you so much for taking the time. I really appreciate it for all of this. And I'm so
Thank
glad that
you.
we just got such a good outcome all round for George and yeah, moving forward.
Can I just say
Perfect.
one other thing from my perspective? You have been extremely kind. You've been extremely careful in all of your explanation. You've always been available, no matter when I've messaged you or called you, you've always responded back to me. And that's what I think people in this situation need, because they're struggling enough with the fact that their loved one's gone into aged care. They're struggling through all of this financial thing. They get the letters from the government, they don't know what they mean. And we can always contact you and get back to us very, very quickly.
One of the other things that meant a lot to me was you've, especially with me, because Anne knows a lot more than me, you've been so patient and understanding.
Yes, yes.
Oh, thank you. Oh, no, it's been an absolute pleasure dealing with you both. So, all right, well, thank you. And
Thank you.
brilliant. Okay,
Yes, thank you.
thanks. All right, I'll pause it now.